information coming out of Jamaica about the father's passing. As you guys know, so the father dropped out this morning. And I think his dropout where could be avoided, people, like so many of our family members. So the doctor, I get a message from Jamaica. Them said the doctor said that's why them sent home my father because there was nothing more they could have done to my father, help my father out with. People, remember my father never sick, you know. My father straight like the pencil. My father could have walked 100 miles. Nothing ever wrong with my father. My father just went to the hospital with diarrhea and vomiting. Do you understand me, people? Diarrhea and vomiting. That's all my father got hospital with. Strong man. My mother and my father eat healthy, better than you and I. Come and make sure of that. Them not eat junk in them old age. Remember that, people. My family not eat junk. My mother and my father they are better than me and you. So my father got hospital because of diarrhea and vomiting, people. We stayed at the hospital 2 nights, 2 days, and then let him out on the 3rd day, people, yesterday. This man, my father went to the bathroom, dropped down the night. My father, unresponsive since. On his way to the hospital, I get arguments about my father hand cold and all that. By the time my father go to the hospital, my father is pronounced dead. So now I get hear from the doctor in Black River Hospital say, there's nothing more they could have done to this man. Healthy man, you know. Vomit and diarrhea. That's why they send him home. People, who not gonna take that? So on the phone right now, I have a nurse, a friend of mine. Over here, so she live. Real nurse. Who's gonna, because I think they didn't follow protocol. My friend Juliana, good morning, good afternoon in some places. Good afternoon, guys. Good afternoon, Juliana.
Hi, Carlos. Good afternoon. Good afternoon, Carlos, and everyone on the live this morning. Condolences to you and your family. Mm-hmm. It's so heartbroken to hear what really happened to your father. It seems to me like it's a case of negligence. Mm-hmm. You cannot have someone get discharged and within 24 hours they go home and die. That means he was not ready to be released. Mm-hmm. So for the doctor to say that there's nothing more they could have done, like taking a urine sample to make sure it's not having a UTI infection, maybe stool sample to test it to see if there's any, organism in the stool to make sure it's not, something very serious is coming down with. And also, to monitor it. Just the proper protocol need to be followed, mm-hmm. Right? You give him hydration, you give him IV, he's feeling a little bit better, and then you release him based on that, and he's still not well because you didn't do the proper blood work to see what's going on, right? And to me, when the doctor says that they didn't even give you a diagnosis, what is it that they diagnosed him with? It could have been something that is contagious that the family members could have picked up, or it seemed like he went there and he could have picked up something in the hospital too, because we know Jamaica have a history of sanitary problems, sanitation problems in the hospitals. I recall earlier, some years ago, I sent her a video with sanitary conditions at KPH. How filthy the bathrooms were. Filth, it was gross. Not even a pig you would put in that place, right? And then you have the babies, that died from they catch whatever they catch, and the health minister did not even care. They don't value human lives there because there's no accountability. And from the doctor to say that is totally unacceptable. Everyone knows if it was in the US, they would launch an internal investigation. They would have to have a meeting with the family, and they would have to say what really happened to your dad. And if any negligence are found, then that doctor or whoever is responsible will be held accountable. They will be reported. They would have been cited by the professional board for malpractice of some sort, and Jamaican folks need to start to lawyer up lawyers in Jamaica start to do some pro bono cases, right? Work with people who are poor until you win your case, you get your money. That's how they do it in America. We get paid when you get paid. Lawyers in Jamaica stop the friend and cronyism and join with people to get justice for their family member in these hospitals. Everybody should be held accountable, starting from the health minister. There's no serious accountability because it's friend and company run Jamaica, and this is why the country cannot be better. No accountability at all, and people, they don't value people's lives, right? Your father died suddenly, and you cannot get any answers. And this is thousands of people in Jamaica that have been faced with that. And the doctor showed callousness towards his responsibility to say there's nothing he could do. I don't know if it's a he or she, was the doctor, about your father. And my mom is 86 years old, and she's pretty much healthy. She does have arthritis, high blood pressure, which is under control, and high cholesterol. I can say that because that's my mom. She wouldn't be upset if I talk about what she has. And she's up and about. She's a strong 86 because she took care of her body. All this year, she don't smoke, she doesn't drink. And what I'm saying, hearing from your colors, your father was the same thing. He was a strong man.
He was a healthy man. Listen, people, my father straight like the pencil. My father not bend. My father not use stick. My father's a strong man. He just go down with diarrhea and vomiting. So how the man dead so? Him dead just like the youth who go down with the 7-year-old who go down with a broken arm, dead. The little baby who went down there for circumcision, dead. You know see why I go in Jamaica?
Yes, and up here, all the nurses who come up here and migrate for betterment, and everybody else who's migrate, they know that in the healthcare field, there is zero tolerance when it comes to certain things. Healthcare is a big deal in this country. Yes, it's not a perfect system, but accountability is there. When a person dies, they do not take it for granted because they know their career is on the line. In Jamaica, yes, they have bad salaries, poor salaries and stuff, but one of the things that they get away with in Jamaica is the way they talk to folks, nurses, doctors. You go to get registered, and the way people treat you like dog, like you come to beg. Even sometimes if you're paying, the way they don't do their due diligence and do a thorough assessment and work people up. The very basic, they should have to be able to say, you know what, Carlos, your father came in, he was diagnosed with this, la 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 la. Is it a terminal illness where they couldn't do anything for him? I don't think so.
That is not no terminal illness. Vomit and diarrhea. That's how my father got, Dr. My father not sick people. My father is not a sick man. Never lay up in a bed yet. He walk for miles, people. Him straight like the arrow, like the pencil. No bend, no cane. My father healthy.
I don't know when I've not heard of this. You know, as a matter of fact, I've never heard of this all throughout my career, where a person come in for vomiting and diarrhea, and you give them 2 bags of IV, they release them, and then they come home and pass out like that. While they're there within that 48 hours or whenever they came there, they should have diagnosed them and worked them up properly to find out what is causing the vomiting and the diarrhea, which they have not done.
Not your blood test. Not a blood test.
Blood test. That's the basics. The basics were not done.
Blood test, urine test.
They're supposed to take urine from him, take blood work from him, CBC and CMP with differential or whatever they call it. I don't want to get too technical because, you know, and find out if his white blood cell elevated, see what's going on. Was he having a temperature? Like I said, check the urine sample if he could give some urine. Sorry, the diarrhea, the feces, all that they could send to the lab to see if it's coming down with CD for anything, whatever. Do a chest X-ray, you know, do abdominal X-ray, see what is going on, the CT scan. It's crazy. This should not, it should be an investigation. Whenever you have, I don't know about in other state, but in New York, when we have patient die like this, we have to follow protocol, we have to report it, and they have a meeting where they go over every person that dies in the hospital, and they have to tell the family member what happened. Now, well, he died outside the hospital, but he's still they're still responsible for him, because once you admit him, within 30-day period, even if that person goes home, within a 30-day period, the hospital that the person discharged from, the hospital is still liable if something happened to the patient pertaining to that initial diagnosis that they came in to treat them for. That's how New York State run, and I live in New York City. We're still responsible for that person, not because they discharge you say, okay, well, we send them home. No, it doesn't go like that. That's still on them.
So I was hot when me hear my brother tell me that the doctor said that's why them send him home, because there's nothing they like. My father have some terminal illness, and my father dead people. My father strong man.
Unacceptable. That's totally unacceptable.
Talk to the man every day.
Yes, you should investigate that further. That's totally unacceptable. And another thing too with Jamaica, they have a hybrid system going on. You see that pen and paper business, they will botch report and destroy record. Because when the lady who came on an Andre program, we talk about her son, with the circumcision.
Mm-hmm. I was listening to that show, and Andre.
So horrific.
Mm-hmm.
And the documentation piece, and then she's telling the woman, oh, you cannot get your records. No, everything here is in the computer, and you're entitled to your records. It belongs to you, even if you're gonna pay a fee to get it. Because if a lawyer asks for the paper, you have to give it to them. But in Jamaica, I don't understand. Really, no part of the economy is working, except high-rise building going up through money laundering and dirty money, which you already know. But everything else, nothing is working. Transportation out, school system down, the healthcare system, every single facet of the government is broken. And if people think this is about politics, this is about the growth of Jamaica. We want people who are for the people, by the people. We don't want people to talk about, gone are the days when we go and align ourselves with this party and that party. That's out now. That doesn't work in 2022. And we're going to put someone there who cares, truly and truly cares about fixing something. Do not align yourself to any party, folks. When you vote for integrity and vote for people who are doing the work, who are real Jamaican patriots. Because a party doesn't say that you're a patriot of Jamaica and you really care. And we have to continue to send that message, Carlos, that find different ways of bringing the message to people until they start to make the connection. Because this is their future they're talking about. The lady that asked for the donkey, if she should have been asking for road, she should have brought Andrew up to where she live and said, look at the roads. You give her a donkey, the donkey can't, anything can to the donkey can't. But they need roads. You need accessibility to go to and from to the hospital. Even if you get a person to drop you to the hospital, Carlos, the roads are so bad and ricky that you can't drive fast because it wear and tear on the people's vehicle.
Many things to do test for the father family.
This is 2040, this is the 2023.
People, sorry, Juliana. People, there's no report that my father went to no test, do not test. The only thing me and slap on my father was some drip.
No.
That's it. And my father tell me this morning, because my mother called me early, and my last conversation with my father said, something in my belly, something not right, and my mother give him Epsom salt. Remember, my mother said, no, you just got hospital for diarrhea and vomiting. What could I in your belly so that you want to flush out? My father said, something in your belly. Him being inside, I heard him this morning. I said, Mama, came with that father got private doctor. About the time I get the next call, me say my father dropped down in the bathroom. And I said, I talk to that, they said that didn't respond. I said, I talk to him, and I could hear from my father, huh? My father love me, you know, people. My father love me, and I love him, you know.
It could have been appendicitis rupture. It could have been anything. I had a family member who had some abdominal issues too, and it's days after she was diagnosed at the university. After going to a hospital, they didn't do their due diligence either, and she almost died. So if he's telling them, obviously they were listening to your dad. They just probably just ignore what he was telling them. Is complain. You've got to get a thorough history from him.
Juliana.
What's going on? You palpate his abdomen. You touch it. Do you feel pain here? How much you feel? You know, and just by that, then they do further workup. They're sending for some more diagnostic tests. I don't know if any X-ray machine working down there in the CT scan and whatnot, and whatever else, but at the bare minimum, they could have done more. And they should be held accountable. The chief of that hospital, who's running that hospital, should look into practices that's going on in there. A lot of problems start out as GI complaints, vomiting, diarrhea, they dismiss it, but there's some bigger underlying issue going on. We can't say, oh, it's just a stomach, whatnot, because it could be anything going on. And if he's saying he's not feeling good, and my God, by the time he reach, by the time you get transportation to take him, there's no ambulance, nothing.
No ambulance, Juliana. A car, and my brother have to come and carry him, and me hear my brother blow hand, kick, and then say my brother have a four-way flasher, and he probably a drive erratic. Me don't know him, I try to get daddy to the hospital this morning.
Oh my God.
No ambulance for resuscitate the father until he reach hospital. So how many people dead like this in Jamaica? How many loved ones lost when they have to lose a loved one because of these neglects, Jamaica? This now go so, you know. And the wrong person put them dead, you know.
Jamaican people.
This now go so people. Remember me tell you that.
We deserve better, and it could be anybody next. We deserve better. And what we need to do is hold people accountable. Everybody is a don in Jamaica and a bully and a blah, 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 and people are afraid to speak out. The fear is so intense.
They put that drip, Juliana. From me, so daddy don't have black river, you know. Me I say to my family, say, me like when daddy hospital now, I hope you come tomorrow man and go check on my daddy tomorrow man because black river kill people. And that me said to them, you know, from me hear my father gone down there, you know, Juliana, come my brother they down there. My brother don't go down there unresponsive. God. Decades ago, my little boy, my 5-year-old brother named Easton Jonathan Gray. My brother dead down there, that's my first experience, people. Him never come back out alive. And now we can't know what killed my brother, what caused him to be unresponsive. None of that. We could bury my brother. The other day again, like about 3 years ago, my brethren went down there unresponsive, Juliana. Them never have the machine to test him. The family rent ambulance. They have to pay for the ambulance to take him to a private facility. Pay money and make up for Jamaica people, know, some hustling, you know. Pay for the ambulance to take him to a private facility off campus. And shake him up again. The man went in there after should left the campus, you know, should I get start treatment. Take him to the off-site facility, get him tested, Juliana. Took him back, shake him up back to the hospital. There was no doctor there to read the report. Guess what happened to the youth? He dead. Remember another virgin did that day. Last year, the man went to the hospital, Juliana. He was vomiting blood. These men me know, you know, bridging them, you know. Went to the hospital vomiting blood, Juliana. The doctor was leaving the shift. Leave the me and you sent to the other doctor say to give him in notes, give this brother drip. Same thing when I give my father. Come on, know what kind of drip do I give these people, you know. And me said never give the man blood because the man vomit. Julian tell me say if you vomit you lose blood, and have ulcer stomach, you lose a lot of blood. So you must be giving back blood. So basically the man was on the phone, Julian talking to everybody up strong and everything, nothing wrong with him. Next thing you said the man dead. Doctor will come in, never give him no drip, never give him no blood, nothing. Him dead just like that. No, my daddy. Is that the fourth one that me know the people? My son, my brother, they down there, brother. My brother, 5-year-old, they down there. I know we don't know what killed my brother in Berry. My father now, and doctor tell me, say, my brother this morning say, my father, there's not more they could have do with him. That's why them send him home. People hear that? Remember my father was sick, you know? Send him home, come do it.
Oh no. Unacceptable. Unacceptable. And people should be held accountable. I want to know what is the protocol in Jamaica when people are when people pass in this kind of fashion, what they do, what kind of review, what kind of committee they have down there to make sure it does not happen again. This is an occurrence. And are there any governing bodies that you report these deaths to, like professional medical bodies? Who is responsible for these things?
Me know something I call tough time. Me have to call them on this.
So,
me have to send something to tough time.
You know what I found lacking too? In the US, and any nurse or doctor, any healthcare personnel, home attendant, nurses aid, LP, they could call in. Every so often, they have audits that happen in the hospitals where they check environment, they check the policy and procedure. Sometimes they go as far as talking to patients, right? And they pull records and know what's going on. And they get a gold seal. If they pass, they get an accreditation. There is no governing body in Jamaica that is going around assessing these hospitals properly. And if there's such a body, I'd stand corrected. Someone from those places could call into your program as well and explain what is happening, because nothing is working. That's my perception. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people who feel the same way. Because why it would have been, all of this wouldn't be happening at such a large scale. And I don't want anybody to call in and talk about it happening in America. We're not going for that bullshit excuse anymore. Because even if things happen in America, people get justice.
Mm-hmm.
The chance of you getting justice is greater. Comparatively, it is still greater regardless of the flaws that America has. You still can get some justice and some compensation and some closure when things happen. So don't call into the program and tell me about, oh, this is what's happening here and happening here. So does that make it right if it's even happening in America? Does that make it right? No, it shouldn't happen anywhere. We're talking about human rights. Okay, we're talking about how you should treat folks. You're in a healthcare industry where you're in there to save lives, to preserve lives. Not to dismiss people, brush them off, send them home, and tell them there's nothing more you could do.
Can you imagine? Can you imagine people? My father never sick. You never believe me? People, my father not sick, man. Man stand like a people, my father really straight like a pencil in a year, about 87-year-old. Straight like a pencil in people. No cane, no stick, nothing at all. Like a young boy. Nothing to do the man. And doctor got tell me say because the man have diarrhea and vomiting, there's nothing more you could have do for him. Send him home, come what? Drop down in the bathroom this man and dead and he went to hospital.
You have to look at your systems in place. What is Tufton doing? This is not the first time baby dies. It's twice. They had that issue with the newborns. Right, in the hospitals that got infected with whatever bug they had there because of sanitation reasons, right? And imagine, I think it happened on the Porsche too. Nothing has changed.
True, and the Porsche too. Nothing changed, people. Let me tell you this morning. Don't say take politics so tight.
People, come on, folks.
Take politics so tight.
We are smart people. We deserve better. When we're talking to folks, we're talking to another human being. Don't talk to them with a JLP print on their chest or the PNP print on their chest. You're talking to another human being like yourself. Like they put themselves in your shoes. Mm-hmm. How would they feel? How would they want? What would they want for themselves and their family member? Cut the politics out. Come on now. Come on now. When are we going to stop that nonsense? We want a better Jamaica. Your people money in SSL. Them steal, them take out the money. And you're hearing all kind of cock bull. Across the board, they talk to give us pure BS response and talking down to people, dumbing down people. Like Nigel Clark is going to talk about, oh, they're taking the money, they're paying the people in SSL to preserve the integrity of the investigation. So you want to pay people. So are you saying that because doctors and nurses are underpaid, they should do a shabby job with the patient? They should not go and do what they're trained to do because they're underpaid? And the prime minister start that president saying that we get what we paid for. Because politicians are underpaid, they're not going to perform. So is the prime minister and Nigel Clark saying anyone who's underpaid in Jamaica, who they think deserve better, shouldn't perform their duties? Should not. That is what they're saying? Is that what the country come to? Money? What about the facilities, working conditions, and stuff like that? I'm pretty sure the teachers talking about lack of resources. The doctors saying the same thing. The nurses saying the same thing. It's not just salary. It's working conditions. People are sleeping on floor, rat crawl running between them on cardboard.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, well, you know, a couple of days, the man go on a couple of days, you know. Couple days in go to hospital. I never come tell nobody that. Because like I say, my family tight. You know, my father is sick man. I'm going to hospital a couple of 2 nights to sleep down there. I never come tell nobody that. But this morning, my father got hospital. I mean, say, it really never get better then. And like Julian, I say, I'm better than do not blood test. I'm sure people. No stool test.
He was not properly worked up. No diagnosis. Because they did not tell him what was the diagnosis. What did they find? What did they find? What was the findings? What were they ruling out? What were they looking for? They cannot come and cook up something last minute because obviously they didn't do what they were supposed to do.
No, man, that my father come home. I'm better than the blood people. Them places when you're sick and got a doctor, what do I do? Blood tests. They might find out everything what happened to you in their blood test. Urine sample, stool sample if they want. They might make sure find out what really happened to my father. So they can fix it, separate what need to be separated.
Even a sample of the feces that would check sometimes to see what's going on. They're not leaving any stone unturned.
Can you imagine what people did at Jamaica and they don't give a damn man never test nothing? People will love one never have to die so. Negligence, nobody not care in our hospitals. That's why politicians go foreign, go hospital.
They airlift them because they have whatever insurance and they airlift them to Florida and take them. And that's what's going on. And they have their thing covered. So, folks, I'm just appealing to Jamaica people. You see these people who are elected, they have everything covered for them and their family. We don't have that, guys. It's the diaspora. A lot of people who have their family members sending money to them to help out.
Real talk.
And some Jamaicans can travel sometimes. And it kind of ease the pressure. But for those who don't have that, come on, please. I'm making an appeal to everyone in Jamaica who is eligible to vote. Hold these people accountable. Enough is enough. Enough is enough. No more. You have countless stories and it goes on and on and on. It's never ending about what's going on in the hospitals in Jamaica. God forbid if you're going home and somebody run into your vehicle and you're in a car accident and you need some emergency service. There's no ambulance to come there because time is of the essence. Timing is everything. Just yesterday in New York State, a group of children going to Pennsylvania on a band trip, and the bus turned over and overturned. And the hospitals, the neighboring hospitals, everybody rally and come together quickly. They only had 2 fatalities: the band leader and a retired teacher. 2 adults died, and everyone else on the bus is still alive because they credited to quick action and coordinated efforts. Now, someone might say, oh, well, it's a developed country. But hey, Jamaica can do better. We have money.
Mm-hmm.
Jamaica have money. Just look around. If they're gonna call bloggers to pay them $10,000 and paying people to bribe them, bloggers to talk, change up the narrative about Andrew, they have money. Don't let nobody fool you. They have money. They could take all that money that they're trying to bribe people to go into the hospital and try to fix something in the hospitals. Just look around. Look at the gas or real estate in Jamaica. So don't tell me it's, oh, the country don't have this and the country don't have that. Most recently, I spoke about that a while ago. Nigel Clark trying to pay salaries for people in SSL. And the nurses and the teachers need salary when they, as scholars rightly put it, it was a salary heist. The government pull off a salary heist on Jamaica people, Guys, don't ever forget. Don't forget how you were treated during COVID. Don't forget anything. Sit down and think about your vote before you go to that poll and mark no X blindly for any one of them. This is crazy. Where is the health minister? Who is the head of the Black River Hospital? How they do it down there, Carlos? Because I'm not too sure.
I have no clue.
Chief down there.
But
who's one of these institutions?
I'm definitely gonna get to the bottom of this. Juliana, my father that now go so. So my brother called me now, but me call him back.
I just feel bad because it could have happened to any one of us. And I hope your mom keeping up, and your brother who.
My mother tough, but my father very close. Me know my mother will take it. She go on like say everything all right. Cause all people happen. I go on. There's like everything.
That's her friend.
All
That's
people.
Her lifelong
Remember
partner.
my mother, my father like this. Then they together from my mother, young girl, forever.
Yes.
So you know this I miss my father. I told them talking that, every time I do my video, people me say they go get them. She said, Carl, send me a video no man, send me a next video there. Because I've been watching one last night and she called me and talk about my video. And we discussed these things with my father. The last video my father watched, our video I said go get them yesterday. For them watch last night. My father did watch it. Last night and this morning everything goes sorted. You understand me? I say, so my father come out of the hospital wasn't feeling good. And for my father to say, boy, I feel pain, is like when my father dead, then I feel pain.
Yes.
You understand me? Him never good when he come to the hospital yesterday. They never do no test Juliana because must be something when going to the hospital.
No workup.
So all them do is just give some drip, but the problem's still there.
They should have done a CT scan of his abdomen.
CT scan where there? Where that there? No machine or then away.
No machine work.
No machine, people.
I have a family member that died in the early 90s. Well, it was my kid's father, their grandfather. So he went down, my children's grandfather went down to bury his father. And his blood pressure went up because of the stress and everything. And he went into kidney failure. And they did not have any working dialysis machine at Kingston Public Hospital. And he died because of lack of care. No dialysis machine to dialyze this man with kidney failure, and he died. Something could have been prevented. So he went to bury his father, and he didn't make it back to the US. And this thing, Jamaica people, come on, people, man, we deserve better, man. Don't accept these things. Don't.
Healthcare people, lack of healthcare. And these people come out and boast how much money them spend on them, and they spend the most on healthcare. Where is it at, people? And we come out and like we say, we the same people come around, load them on the next side do it too. The next side say the same thing. Load them on the next side do it too. And we be the lookouts, aiding and abetting politicians to rob out the country. We do it, PNP supporters and Labour supporters, blindly,
What I would urge this, I don't remember his name. He's running on the PNP side, and he came on Andre's show. He's a doctor, and he's talking about making up the center, blah, blah, blah. You know what they need to do? They need to go to Cuba and do a study on the Cuba healthcare system in terms of preventative medicine. Cuba helped to keep their population healthy for the most part because they're big on preventative medicine, because they do not have a lot of resources because of the embargo, right? They don't have a lot of resources. So they have to be creative and innovative in their approach. And they're big on preventative medicine. They have a lot of polyclinics out there in the community. The doctors are dispersed in the community. They constantly, evaluating and treating people before they escalate. So when a person gets admitted in Cuba, in a hospital in Cuba, they're really, really sick because they're big on prevention. In your case, your father wouldn't have passed because they would have kept him until they felt it was necessary for him. Some of the polyclinics are equipped with treating them. It's like it's not even like the urgent care here. It's something different, completely different. So I would, instead of going into details, I would encourage them to go and look and see what is working in a country like Cuba, and see if they could borrow some of the ideas and bring it to Jamaica to help and to reach in the rural areas, especially where there's not enough access in terms of, like transportation and poor roads and so on. If they could set up something to really, really work with Jamaican people, because it's really, something has to happen. Something has to happen. And people come and they talk good, they give a feel-good speech, a feel-good sermon, and then that's it. After they're voted in, and no accountability. So we the voters, have to make sure that they do what they have to do. I'm not saying people are not going to die and whatnot. I'm not going there with the conversation because I know someone's going to come up with all kind of nonsense. We're talking about what's going on for too long in Jamaica that needs to stop.
Too long?
Yes. Across the board. And every party coming in power, the PNP is just as guilty.
That me say.
No change.
That me say, people. There's so many figures to mind. They're just as guilty. Look good. Just as guilty. Everybody fly out left way. Gone to a doctor, foreign. The whole of them, what we vote for. Then remember we. The whole of them, we need change, people. This could happen to today's my father. Tomorrow might be yours. Remember, nothing wrong with the father and the people. Remember, my father up, up and running good, Nothing wrong with that, Can't say, I'm going to tell you.
So the journalists in Jamaica, even those kids that died, those babies, they should have given us in print a proper report of what happened. Follow that story to the T, what really went on in that hospital, so people can be empowered and be more vigilant.
The man that's good at dead.
In the US, a simple thing as this, you ask a cable giver, you remind them, did you wash your hands? That campaign on that, just for hand washing alone.
Campaign for hand washing, just that alone.
Just for that, just to show you at the basic, the minimum is met, the minimum requirements are met. I'm not saying that people will slack out here and there, but there is something in place to hold them accountable. There's nothing in place to hold anyone in Jamaica accountable about anything.
But when you have hospital, Juliana, running out of water, how is that good for hand washing?
That's unacceptable. That's what I'm talking about, the sanitation. And then the nurses and the doctors need to come out and really speak up.
No, Juliana, Juliana.
To preserve life. This is not about when you went and get your degree and your license to practice. You never PNP, never attached to it, and JLP at the end of it.
True.
So you should come out and speak about the poor working conditions.
Juliana,
what's going on in there?
Juliana, that is good and all well, but Juliana, they can't. I'm getting to understand that they are gag orders set on them public health official. Gag order, Juliana. Can you imagine?
That can change, because if we overthrow both a regime in South Africa, apartheid that was down there for so many years, one person in Jamaica shouldn't stand in on any board and put these egregious things in place and say people cannot vote them out. Where they get that from?
Yeah, man.
That's even backward.
They can't come talk, people. Doctors and nurses can't come talk about the conditions. So there's no better outcome.
Well, they need to keep saying this then. Guys, we want to say things, but because of this, they're going to punish us.
They need to speak. They need to speak.
Listen, continue to talk about that. The healthcare workers need to talk about that. So then we have that change. Let them know that there are things that we could do. Let the nurses and the doctors call in this morning and talk about why they cannot talk about X, Y, and Z. Because we know that we have youngsters in elected officials who want to bully people too. And they send the bad man and whatnot to come and terrorize and intimidate people. But let me say something, Colin. Jamaica is coming like a failed state right now. Believe you me. It's very daunting. And it's thanks to bloggers like you and other people who's trying to continue to lift the morale and encourage people to continue the fight. Sometimes we feel like just, you know what, nothing is going to ever change in this country. How can you live in a country and feel so hopeless and helpless?
Hopeless, people. Hopeless. People, my mother, the hospital right now, my brother, the whole family down there, my niece or police, she down there, she coming close. Everybody gather around. People, if I see my family, hopeless. Nobody to...
You are support.
No support. They was out a door. No support. Nobody come tell them nothing, people. How many other families, people, my families out there?
Would the person who put these laws in place about don't speak, if they come to America, they visit, and something happened to them, would they want the same treatment? That the hospital say, you know what, we can't talk about it, and the workers not allowed to talk about it, and and the same thing that they're doing into the Jamaican people. They are making up these laws to cover themselves, and it connected, you know, Carlos. It seems like I'm going off on another topic. That's why they don't want the sex register list out, because a lot of them are on it, are offenders themselves. Because if you don't have something to hide, why would you tell people not to speak? Speak up. You encourage people to speak up. If you see something, say something. Why would you be telling people not to say anything? That's not how a gag order is done. A gag order is done when you have a court case and if the judge said, okay, you're under secret, so you cannot speak about the case, or it's something where you have a business and they might seal a business secret. But when it comes to human lives, in hospital, healthcare industry, you cannot impose that on people and tell them they can't speak. Where you get that from? So where is the professional governing bodies over these people? Who do you report to?
People, I want you to understand, say, me have on here is Juliana, she's a nurse.
Who do you report to?
In New York, from Jamaica.
I don't understand it. Who do you report to?
No, man. Juliana, the people are hopeless. Me just go on a video live with my family in Jamaica. My family there, them and show me everybody. My family is hopeless. They are there, nobody to come talk to. There's hopeless people. Them hopeless dead. They are just there. But they don't know what happened, man.
This is crazy. That's why they don't like the social media. Because social media is exposing everything.
Guys, if you have that...
exposing them now, left, right, and center. No rest for the wicked. They cannot hide no more. And that's why they start this thing with social media. Thank God for social media, because I don't know what would have happened to Jamaica. It would have been worse. Right? Look how many teachers quit the other day. And to them, it's like nothing. To the health minister, the minister of education, favorable, it's like nothing.
No.
They don't care. It don't move them. It don't touch them. One bit. Your father dead is just another person. They don't care. No care or concern about people's lives and people's future. My God, it has to stop. This has to really, really stop. And there has to be accountability. If the health minister was not held accountable, it should go right down. Because if it's shot from the head, everybody's going to fall into...
Say, I call nobody but Mr. Tufton. And I must get Mr. Tufton. I must get Mr. Tufton. Nobody else been called a bottom feeder. I call Mr. Tufton office. Straight to the office, may I call him. I call the office today.
Ask him if it's right. If the doctor should take that approach. They are the approach that he's taking, whether he's overworked or tired, then you call out, they take a vacation or something. Because sometimes I don't understand. Someone need to really break this down. What the hell is really going on in Jamaica healthcare system? People used to talk about people's hands are tied. People from the diaspora would come and give volunteer work for free. I would be one of them. I spoke about that. I could go down there and work and help them, you know? Just once I have food, somewhere to stay, and I'm okay. But when folks from diaspora want to help and pitch in, too many red tapes and bureaucracy, and their hands are tied. And the corruption, they can't get to move. Any form of agenda that's progressive, that's going to help the people, can move because these people, these gatekeepers are here and think it's all about them. They're narcissistic. They think it's all about them.
Yeah, Juliana, I think they want us to suffer. You can't see no more than that. They want us to stay where we are, people. Can't you see we don't grow? Can't you see PNP coming at the same thing, people? Can't you see Labour Right coming at the same thing, the hospital? Me look at a picture of the hospital and my father was in the hospital. Right? It's one line of bed gone all down the sun. No privacy. One line, a row of beds. It's not like my father in a room with the family in a chair can sit down there. My mother can stay there. My brother, my nephew can stay there for hours until they're ready to kick us out the hospital. People, they never stand up on their foot round my father's bed. One line of bed like you're in a warehouse with beds. We don't have hospitals.
So like a cross-contamination can happen in that type of setting.
Of course, cross-contamination.
Yeah.
My father never got hospital yet. People from me know my father, I never got hospital going down yet. People from me know my father. He never got hospital going down. The Rasta man never got hospital going down yet. I wish they keep my father a yard and try some home remedy, my father. My father be alive today. I wish we had tried some homemade remedy with my father a yard. That Rasta man, that's all him know. He never got hospital going down at night yet, people. And my father go down for 2 nights, come back dead. One big long line, Juliana. You see everybody, so the era blow up for the contaminated patient to you.
Yes.
Somebody next to you might have tuberculosis about a respiratory problem or whatever. It blow to you. You don't have the room or lack of anything.
Absolutely. And also, if he comes in and he needs to be contained to protect other people.
So what if my father have disease?
What I'm saying?
What if he have disease?
Right. They have to triage the patient properly. So sometimes they have what they call like isolation. They put them in there and he's isolated and protected. So when caregivers come in, they know what protocols to follow. When people come to visit, if they allow visit, they know what protocols to follow and so on. So you don't go in there and coming out with all kind of stuff because everybody mix up and pile and stir like one big pot soup. You understand? It doesn't work like that.
Mr. Andre,
I'm telling you, it is not no damn rocket science, Carlos. Trust me. You just need people who care, who are true Jamaican patriots, who care about human beings and care about human lives.
Look, Mr. Andre.
And stop the goddamn bullshit. Now, guess what? The money that they got, these politicians got the pay high, what they carry out the other day. Okay. It's still not enough for them to even start to move and shake a little bit to show, okay?
No.
We get a little pay increase. Now we're going to try. According to their leader, they needed the money to work. So how come I don't see anything moving? How come?
Worse, Juliana. You know what I see the other day? Me watch Andre Stevens. I'm see my show him rats at the hospital. And Andre continue to play these. Several times he play this in the people. Several times Andre showed the rats at the hospital and all them things that people. And can you imagine people? Rats at the hospital and we have a health minister. So it make me, and when we see that video, me say, no wonder the baby them dead if you have them thing, a young baby life. They run us up.
And the workers have no water to wash their hands.
They
no, what they call it, alcohol gel to sanitize their hand, gloves and all these things. Proper place to dispose of things. Right now in New York City, there's a lot of rats in New York City because we have a densely populated area and an inner city area where you have a lot of people moving and food is being thrown out. And they're on a campaign as we speak to have garbage contained from the people, the businessmen and women, people have businesses who have to dispose of the garbage. Instead of putting on the sidewalk, they're going to put them into containers and cover it over. And they're going to pick up between the times of 12 a.m. and 5 a.m.
Mm-hmm.
Pickup will be going on. So, and they're making a concerted effort to do something. According to the commissioner of the sanitation department, who's a female, she said there's a reduction in complaint of rats since they started to roll out the program. But you cannot just say, oh, this. Jamaica, don't try. Minister Tucker never come out and said, you know what? This is unacceptable. These get up these babies, and we're going to make sure it doesn't happen. If he said it, well, he needs to say it 10 more times, right? And show us that he's putting this in place. Go into the place with cameras, show us. Maybe the diaspora would have chipped in and help, because we at a visual now, like how Auntie Donna give a visual, and then she get more money every time she see the people them live. She get money, like, whoa, give us a visual. Let's do something. Let it go to that, what it said it's going to. You don't have to be fighting shaggy in concert money and all them something. People from the ground in the diaspora can help.
Tell her again. Say again, Juliana. Because you're a nurse. Talk again.
Let me tell you, they can say, all right, we come from Westmoreland, right? That's where you come from, St. Elizabeth, sorry. And we're going to do something about Black River. The community are going to come together. Make me show what the conditions are. I'm telling people them can't bring phone and them cannot bring. How are they going to help? How are the people going to know it's true?
But look, while I was talking to my father yesterday,
see what it is, what's going on.
I was talking to my father in the hospital, you know, and my brother have the phone, and I talk to my father. Somebody come and think of some nurse or some porter or whatever, say them cannot use the phone in there. Can I talk to my father, you know? So I tell you, hold on, what is the last word? Juliana, this is what me say, you know? This is what is the last word me hear from my father. It's like, me know something going on, people. Because I expect nothing good once you go to a hospital on Black River. Expect you to come out then. That's what I said in Juliana. I said, what if it's the last word I hear from my father? How come I cannot talk to my father, guys? I show my brother say, Carlton, this is slackness, you know?
Who is the head of the Black River Hospital? Who is the chief person, the chief administrator? Here, right? They need to come to the table and have a discussion. Talk to us. Let's hear what's really going on. There's too much mystery going on in Jamaica. What they need to hide, they don't hide. And the vulgarity and the nastiness and the slackness is what they're putting out. And the real things that need to help people and empower people and make people life better, they're hiding it. What are they hiding? It's going to come out anyway, in the worst way, but let's do it the right proper way.
No, more want the nurse them of Jamaica to start leak stuff, guys. You got hospital, start leak stuff when you see right. How are we going to get help? We need a protest. We need a protest. When I got road go on tire, only for protest. Leak videos. Show the condition of the hospitals. Help yourself, people. Nobody now come help with. We have to fight back.
I want to say this to Jamaican people there that's working now. If you're in the union and the union bosses are big wigs who are negotiating for you guys are not doing, get rid of them. If they align themselves with politicians, get rid of them because you're paying their salary. Your union dues.
One time, Miss come.
Your union dues are paying their salary, so you can vote them out and get them out if they're not working for you guys for better working conditions. It's unacceptable too, and it's a no. This is why when I talk about accountability, I mean in every era, coming right down. Every industry, every organization, all these people who are in charge, who are not held accountable to do their work, they should be held accountable. Because a lot of times, that's part of the corruption too. Right. They're in beds with the government and whoever, and their friends and corner with other people, and they're not getting the job done. So if they're not performing, then they too need to be removed. The teachers, when they're not doing anything for them, the police, the man, is it correctly, Carlos, is that guy in the police union that spoke up?
Ron James?
Yes, and they penalize him. If it was here in especially in New York, all police officers would have gone on one police PP and a protest and called the mayor to address it and release, and the call for the release and remove the sanction from that man, what them doing, because him speak out. This is worse than apartheid, what's going on in Jamaica. And let them correct me and tell me I'm wrong. Tell me I'm wrong. Let somebody tell me differently.
Jaja.
The slaves organize and fight. And you're going to tell people they shouldn't organize and protest? Will you ever hear that? The same America where everybody running to. Don't you see the people in protest? Every time you turn around, they open their mouth and them, that's a squeaky wheel, the most grease. Don't you see that protest and open their mouth? They go to call out everybody?
They go to Congress, and allow themselves to be arrested. They give up themselves to be arrested for the cause, people in America, people. They go to Capitol Hill. They go lay down people and allow police to arrest them for the cause in America. They stand up.
I would want to know if Jamaica is a little apartheid or worse. I know them abolished it to South Africa. I never know it came down to Jamaica and the Jamaican people accepting it. You can't speak, you can't stand up and protest, you can't do anything. And this police the bosses who send them out there and tell the rank and file police officers to go out there and terrorize and harass people and bully the same police them to turn over people's stall and all of that. That's what's happening. Because them too, if they resist or say anything, guess what? They're in trouble too. What kind of country can run like this? Huh? What kind of black? What kind of country can run efficiently and effectively in that kind of manner? This is past. I don't know what to say. This is. It is just totally unacceptable. You can't say anything. You can't protest. You're afraid for this, afraid for that. You're afraid of your shadow. You can't look to your window. I remember when Andre first came out, he used to tell the people, speak up. It sounds like you're underneath the bed. Yes, because people are scared. Because this is what is happening. Someone, I think I saw in the news, Carlos, where someone in the Integrity Commission guy was shot. So they don't want any investigation to go on. During the time with Usain Bolt, the guy, one of the big time architects, they said, oh, no, probably the guy knows something. He too was killed. And this is how they do it.
And nothing, we haven't heard anything about that case, Jolana. We have not heard anything about that case, like them pursuing the killer. We have not heard anything about that case.
Yeah, because it's coming from top. That's why. Don't you see the man pay off the people on top? But be unto them, because they said the sin that the father follow the third and fourth generation. If they think they're going to get away because they bribe with high salaries, you all have a guest coming. Trust me. Your sins want to revisit you guys who are doing these things and talking about who deserve the money. Comparatively, you elected officials in Jamaica are living way better than the people. Way, way better. So you shouldn't be competing with teachers and nurses' salary. and policeman salary. It's wrong. And if somebody civil servant, Jesus Christ, man, raise in a heart. Uno come America and a red eye. When the government come talk on a bad man, nobody, I own a bad mind. You are a bad mind because they sit there and I watch other people. And having the people down there are suffer. You rather take a 5,000% increase in salary to keep up with America and keep up with everywhere else. And the people them live like dogs.
Another one.
Every time you see them like the three-piece suit, whatever, and then now you're gonna say, "Oh no, we need more money." You're in the government and you're hustling while you're in office, and the poor people them can't do them like hustling, can't stand up on the road and sell a bag juice or sell some food so them picnic can go to school. You want to stop to them hustling, but you not hustle with rice and all kind of something going in between. And a big up construction all over the place while they're supposed to be running the government.
That's part-time job.
They're in the office hustling, but the poor man can't hustle.
Yeah, man. Let's look on it good.
Terrorize the taxi people at night and day. Put in proper laws in place, ticket the people them, do what you need to do. But you can't come and do people like that, man. And it's the poorer of the poorest people they after. The very, very poor people they're after. Because Jamaica people send a message, please. Don't make them people take on for no yammed. When they go to the vote them ass out. All the non-performers them. Vote them out. Don't make them come and sweeten up like going overnight and talk, make them feel good. And pawn in the money and then run go vote for them and say, oh, blah, blah. No. Them days are over. Those days are long gone. We don't do that no more in Jamaica. That's long gone.
Mr. Wesley M. Campbell, you have a job for me? Talk to me. Because I can't retire until I go back to Jamaica or cock up my foot. And then the time the retirement chip in. You understand me? So if you have a job for me, Mr. Campbell, talk to me. You want me to get in something with you? Call me. Me always look for hustle, people. Me always look for hustle. Remember that? Call Mr. Wesley. From yesterday, I see you. Talk to me. They got something going on there, you want me to get in? Let me know. Continue, Juliana, sorry.
No, man, it's okay. I know you have to interact with the people comment section as well. It's interactive. We're a family over here and so on. I'm telling you, it's crazy.
Crazy, man. Today, my father. Tomorrow can be somebody else.
Yes.
It can be your mother, your cousin, your sister, your niece, your nephew, your auntie, your uncle. It can be anybody, people. Could be your best friend. We don't want to lose yet.
True.
Mighty God. Can you imagine? Julia and other people, she's a nurse. I'm a sister from a long time. She's under the nanny. I don't know her. Only year she come on, and the first year come on. Juliana, she's a nurse. In New York, she's a pecky. Right? So, as she tell me, I said she take blood sample from my father, urine sample, probably stool sample, and do every test to separate everything and try everything to save the man.
Yes. CT scan, yep.
You hear that, people? You hear the things that are lacking when your family go to the hospital down there? You hear what the woman say they do? So, Juliana, those are the things they do in New York, right?
Yes, they didn't do that. Because if they did that, they would have diagnosed him properly. And they wouldn't have released him prematurely and caused him to have a premature death. Because a lot of people feel like every 87-year-old is the same. No way. No. My mom is very strong.
My father strong. Never sick. My father never got hospital one day yet. My father never got hospital going down yet, people. And one time the Rastaman got hospital. See that? Yeah. He like he's going to catch something.
Let callers and people call in and talk about the stories that I heard Wayne this morning, talking about several family members, even a 3-year-old that passed. My heart goes out and condolences to everyone who's been through the healthcare system and has lost a loved one, and is directly linked to negligence and malpractice in Jamaica. It has to stop. It really, we have to come together and do something about it, because this is unacceptable. This is unacceptable. They're still responsible for your father, Carlos. They are responsible because he went to the hospital in time. It's not like he delayed. He went.
Mm-hmm.
He was there for 2 days, and they sent him out. And then the doctor is going to say that. You know, it's wrong.
Send them my father like my father has some internal, like my father upon the last life, people. People, they make him like my father's on his last breath, you know. That's why them send him home, because there's nothing more they could have done for him.
Talking and well aware of where he was. So that shows you. He never wait to the hospital half dead or undying, you know, like they say, well, or when he went there the next day, he became very, 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 very sick. So, you know, he was still talking and have self-awareness, know where he was and everything.
Even yesterday I talked to him, I mean, if I go down, they go check him and give him food and everything. Even and they didn't come out to the people. He said, family up, man, him up like 7. But the father was not well. They let him out before time.
Yes.
Because, like you say, if they haven't done the blood test, what kind of when the hospital for?
That's an unsafe discharge. They discharge him.
If they don't do the blood test, when the hospital for? When they don't they do? Why you give him drip? Why you give him drip for? What is the ailment? Have you tested anything in that blood to say, oh, something happened, something?
They could give him drip because he was vomiting at the diarrhea. So to prevent dehydration and compromise his kidney and all that, they could give him the drip. But in the interim, right, they need to do other workup in the interim to make sure that they rule out everything. And this man is well to go home now. He's safely discharged back to his family and the community, which it was an unsafe discharge. Obviously, the man, he came home, your dad came home and was still having the symptoms. And he had to be rushed back. And your brother, I know he's traumatized over this because he's there, you know, pushing to get back there to the hospital in time when his father is there, very critical. That is a traumatizing experience for him, you know? And then your mom now, you know, she's there worried, and you over here, you don't know what's going on. You just have to rely on them and, you know, the whole dynamics. And I'm pretty sure there's a lot of people that experience the similar thing that you're going through with this lack of caring. And, you know, at the end, the patients at the end get the brunt of it. The people who come to the system for help, enter the healthcare system for help, get the brunt of it. Get the mistreatment, get the frustration, get the everything that's not in place within the system. And they can't, and they just don't, and it shouldn't happen. That's unacceptable. That shouldn't happen.
Well, you know what, Juliana?
So many people call us. So many people. The guy, the young man that called us this morning said, the doctor told him, because he asked him, you shouldn't ask a question. I've been here all day and I see others going and coming. What's going on? And he told the guy, I'll take your docket and put to the bottom of the pile.
Doctor. Wow.
Why are these people so callous?
They don't give a damn about nothing.
And they know when they come to America to work, they can't behave like that.
No.
They cannot.
No, they come back. As a matter of fact, I say right up in the paper up here with the videos and that said Jamaican nurses are the best overseas. Jamaican nurses are the best overseas. Them compare so totally different.
Now, sometimes too, Carlos, you have nurses too step out the line, you know?
Mm-hmm.
I'm not going to say all the nurses are perfect, but I say across the board, it should not be acceptable. It doesn't matter your status. Once you're there as a caregiver, if the man who clean the hospital is part of the care team, the man who sweep the floor is part of the care team, who come and empty the garbage, maybe not directly, but they are impacting the patient care in terms of the environment. And you have to know to speak to people when they come to you for help, because that's what you're there for. If they don't like the job, then leave it. Find another job.
That is true.
Nobody's not holding your head, tying you up, or have a gun to your head. If it's too much for you, then leave. Don't stay there and make other people suffer for it.
But it seems as if there's nobody to hold them accountable. There's no oversight, nobody up top, management. What's going on here?
That is the problem in Jamaica across the board. This is why I was talking about this stuff that we already know about. We was just repeating ourselves. That's the main thing. No accountability. Period. And then on top of the accountability, Carlos, the lack of accountability is the terrorism, the threats, the reprisal, the retaliation. If you say something, if you ever open your mouth, So that's it. That's, to me, in a nutshell, that's what's going on in Jamaica. If I had to take on two top issues, the lack of accountability, and those who want to hold people accountable, they're under serious fear of their lives. And that's the reality. But that doesn't say that we cannot find ways and means to get the information out there. We still have to keep trying. Because if I were working in the healthcare system down there, and I wanted to talk about it, I'd say, you know what, there's things I would like to talk about, but because of this, I cannot say this. And I would keep saying that. And I would give examples. They would have to, something have to give. If some of us going to end up being a martyr, whether we like it or not, because enough is enough.
Somebody got to be a hero around here, because that's why somebody got to step up to the plate. Somebody got to take one for the team. Nobody is coming to help us. We can't keep voting.
We're sitting and waiting for the other person to rescue. We're going to have to rescue each other.
Yes, people.
Come together.
We've been waiting on PNP to do good. So Labour to do good. Some of we even switch party. Looking for better. Still cannot find it. People, look here. The first opposition is us. Make we work together now. I beg all of you guys here. On behalf of a better Jamaica, make we work together now, people. For the betterment of Jamaica. People, we've been manipulated by both sides for years. We've been tricked and conned and bamboozled. All the while you and I been back in Labour rights, and we've been back in PNP. Lord, the man, the next side do it too. That's what we all be saying. Why then we got the country behind us with our support as a lookout people. Today's my father. Who's next? Juliana? You know what?
Mr. Tough, I need to go down to Black River. There's too much complaint. Black River Hospital. There's too much complaint about that hospital. And really go down there and go walk through and find out what's really going on down there. There's a lot of complaint about that hospital.
A lot. Black River Hospital.
And the MP, the member of parliament for the area, and the councillors, and everybody need to come together.
J.C. Hutchison need to get out of office. That old man don't do nothing for the community, the constituency. J.C. Hutchison do nothing. And the people keep vote for this man year after year. People, you know that the man, the man look like him don't even yam food, or the man look mean and stingy. The man don't give nothing to the community. J.C. Hutchison do nothing for Northwest St. Elizabeth. Nothing. But guess what? The people them just vote for him year after year after year. They don't say, let me try another Labour right, Listen to me. You don't have to vote for PNP, They don't say, let me even try another Labour right. Who might bring something better than JC. JC Hutchison, people in almost years, almost decades, JC Hutchison did it. He dig up water pipe from what? Middle quarters to the market. Millions of dollars in a water pipe under the earth. Not one drip of water in the market today. People, millions of dollars in a taxpayer's money, lay down underground in the farm of water pipe from middle quarters up in the mountains. Not even a drop of water in it under J.C. Hutchison. J.C. Hutchison have done nothing for Northwest St. Elizabeth. But the people them continue to vote for this man. But I mean, look at the hospital.
So you want to tell me, say J.C. Hutchison don't know what's going on in the hospital down there?
Me say that the man look like him doing nothing. Look at J.C. Hutchison. Look at crackers of water.
He must be living under a rock. He don't know what's going on in this area.
Mr. J.C. Hutchison, me say take the community center in a new market area, take the community center and give somebody that can rent it out and lease it out. Me say, politicians right across Jamaica are used in our community centers to do whatever they want. The lack of a community center means it's also a political office. They all use a community center in a political office. They do nothing for the people in their constituency people. I tell you, these guys do nothing. And not even alone people. And them side job, politics and them side job. Everybody have them permanent job. Politics and them side job. Let me think about it when we have the time we get to it. We never pay them and we never give them a 300% raise. We never do that. They are getting 300% raise and look at our lives. Worse, my people. Juliana, give me a last word. Give me a last word, sister.
Yes, like I said before when I started, my deepest condolences to you and your family in the passing of your father. It's untimely and premature and unacceptable, and something needs to be done. And I hope you guys can get some closure about what really happened to your dad when he was there for the past 2 days, what they did for him. And they are transparent and willing to have a conversation with you guys and stop blocking what they have done to other people as if they're not entitled to the information. That's your rights to know what goes on, what went on with your dad while he was there. And hopefully some corrective measures will be taken so that this doesn't happen to other people. You know, and because I'm pretty sure as we speak, there are people all over in Jamaica now sick and they're faced with similar, they're being mistreated, neglected there for hours, laying in bed, nothing is being done, and they're trying to get someone's attention and they're turning their back or whatnot. You know, I'm sorry if I sound like a Debbie Downer, but hey, this is what's going on. And I wish I would have a more positive narrative. You know, and if people could call in and talk about the good things, fine, let them call in. But I'm pretty sure it's overwhelming on the negative end. And like I say, as a caregiver as well, you know, it's unacceptable. And we have to hold ourselves accountable first too, to do the right thing. And if we're in a system where we think we cannot cope, then we just need to gracefully leave. Don't let the people under you suffer. You know, it's not because you're in poor working condition. If you can't do something about it, or if you take the pay or whatever, then if you cannot stay in here and fight for the betterment, then leave. Don't let the people under you suffer, like come to the system to get care.
It's a message to all nurses. All nurses.
All nurses, and show some care and some concern. When a person asks a simple question, don't brush them off. You might be rushed. You might never, I understand you might be running, you didn't get to pee all morning or whatnot, but just say, you know, find a proper way in which to respond. And even sometimes the patient might talk to you a certain kind of way. You as a professional has to be the professional, the consummate professional. You don't go and lower your standards. You respond in a manner, because maybe that person is in a lot of pain or they're just frustrated. You don't go argue back and forth with them, right? So like I say, let's see what we can do for Jamaica, and so we can make things better down there, especially healthcare. That's one of the reasons what scared the hell out of me, for me not to go to, apart from the crime, the healthcare system really, really, really scares me. Scares me a lot, because I would not want to go down there and get sick. When I go for vacation, I try my best not to get sick, because I just don't know what would happen when you enter that system down there. You know, so I want to leave on a positive note. Let's continue the fight. Let's continue to do what's right, and start all ourselves accountable individually as caregivers. All ourselves accountable for the highest standards. And it maybe we could start there first. And then all the people above us accountable that we put in place to do what they're supposed to do. All right, so Carlos, we'll talk. And, you know, like I said, you just give a shout out to your brother, your mom, and all your family in Jamaica. you know, that the diaspora over here that supports you support. Give me the condolences to them as well. So
yeah, man.
That's it.
Thank you so much, Juliana. Thank you for taking the time out to rest. I know that Juliana is a nurse and she work hard. I rest, she rest, and me call her and bother people. Yes. So me call her and bother her to come sort out this accident. We have one friend in the field. Yeah, me have to tell her what I go on my father and what them I say. And she come explain to her. Juliana, thank you so much. I know I love you, right?
I love you too, Carlos. You can call me anytime.
All right.
If I don't get the call, that means the call was missed. I was sleeping or something.
Mm-hmm.
Like this morning, I saw you come after 9. And then I said, oh, Carlos was calling me.
Mm-hmm.
I said, wow.
Yeah, man. I call them and come here to make you know what I got Juliana, man. This need crowd. Yeah. Thank you so much.
All righty. All right. You stay good, okay?
Thank you so much.
All right. Bye-bye.
Yes, people, Juliana is like my sister. You know, never meet the woman that, you know. I have so many friends on social media. I never meet them one day in their life yet. But they're like my brothers and sisters virtually. Never meet them yet. Tell about the power of social media. I've never met Juliana yet a day in my life. There are so many other people on my page. I've never met them yet. And I believe I will meet them already. Just love people. And you connect. You know people's energy. You can feel the energy. You talk to people and know what I'm up to. All right, people. My father dropped out, for all you guys never know. Went to the hospital a couple days ago. Vomit and diarrhea. And doctor let discharge him yesterday. My father dropped out this morning. My family went there and I asked my brother, what go on? He must say, doctor said, that's why them send him home, because there was nothing more they could have done to my father. People, my father, not people. You send home people who's sick and hook up in a bed and you can't see the man that gonna die. Or you gonna send home my father never say them send home my father if he got dead. You saw them treat all people. Do you saw them treat the family in Jamaica, people? Me said today for me, tomorrow for you. Do you see how them treat the senior citizens in Jamaica? That's why them sent him home. Because there was nothing more they could have done for my dad. A man who was not lamed up. My father straight like this pencil I'm showing you right here. No cane my father no use. My father is a strong, healthy man. Just diarrhea and vomiting. Doctor said that's why them send him home. People, if you have ever had any similar experience like that in the hospitals in Jamaica, I want you guys to go in the comment section right here and share it. Because going forward, people, I'm going to be making up a lot of noise about healthcare, because my father death must not go so. It must go so, people. Tell me, I tell you. I'm going to make up a lot of noise about the healthcare. Nurses out here in Jamaica, we have to fight back. Some of you have to take one for the road, like some of you have to dead so that other people can benefit and live a good life. Some of you have to lose a job when it will stop their freedom around here. Remember Martin Luther King, Marcus Garvey, and all them man there. They never have no rights to be out there fighting for no rights. They didn't have any rights to be out there fighting for no rights. The rights that we are inherited right now and I use is the men that who never have no rights fighting for our rights. The bus will sit down anywhere in the seats in the bus. We can sit anywhere because Rosa Parks decided to say, I'm not going to sit in the back this morning. The people who fought for our rights did not have any right to fight for no rights. Do you understand me? And we who are armed with our rights refuse to fight for justice. Look at it, man. You think all them guys will drop out, Marcus Garvey drop out young, Martin Luther drop out young, you think they never know? Say that can come any moment, anytime? They did not care. Because they know that some of us have to shed this life right here, so this physical life. So some of us can what? Live. Remember that. And those guys didn't have no rights to do what they were doing, but they did it anyway. We are inheriting their hard work today. And we have rights armed with the phone. As police pull you over, we turn on the phone and say, abuse. We have rights that those without rights fought for. Look deep into that, my people. Thank you for watching this video. As usual, I am a student in your guys' class. Make sure your comments make sense in every sentence. If this is the first time on the platform you like what I do, go ahead and share and subscribe and follow. If you don't like it, it's all right anyway. Bless up yourself, family. Tell me similar circumstances what happened to your family. Don't want them hospital at Jamaica. Share it as a people. Make the world to say no lie me I tell. Put it as so Jamaican, all the Jamaicans who have lost their loved one behind neglect, negligence. Put it on this page right as so. Because my fight going forward is not going to be easy. Me not going to play. Nurses, you guys took an oath to save lives. See something, say something, nurse. Don't live under no goddamn shutdown, gag order. Nurse, come out, come talk. Come out, come talk, nurse. What I just said a while ago, some of us have to dead for some to survive. Some of us lose our job for some to survive. See me out as I put my neck out, them never hide my face. It's not everything we say them like people. I don't care. Some of us have to do what? Dead for some to do what? Live. Selfishness, selflessness. That's what we depend. So some of the nurse they watch our protect the job. And she say, what you can say one word for help the people and help the nation. You can say one word to help millions of people, nurse and doctor on the seat. Speak up. Now you there sit up for the nonsense and be fearful of one goddamn dirty gag order. When you take an oath to save life, nurse, you don't say the gag order wrong. Someone needs to start leak some stuff to us bloggers. That's how we're going to help ourselves now. Thank you guys so much for this video, for watching this video. The God people, I got you. Thank you for the support, people. Thank you for the overwhelming support, people. You know, when times like this, like we said in the last video, we put our differences aside and we huddle around each other in solidarity and we support each other, right? Because death no have no, can't go by any door anytime. So whenever we have problems like this, people, we are Jamaican, we huddle around each other. We forget our differences, you know. Forget our differences, man. Me no busy with your tongue in my mouth yesterday. You have a problem to that situation, brother. My deepest condolences and me got your back. You understand me, people? So, what is happening to my father right now is what happened to thousands of Jamaicans out there on a daily. The problem is those family members did not have a platform to come out, come talk. Those family members did not have a platform to come out, come cry on, and come speak like me. They did not have it. So I will use my platform, people, from this point on, to shed light in the healthcare. Anybody have any video, any pictures of the dirtiness or going to the hospital? Anybody have any comments? If you're a nurse, you're a doctor, you want to call me, call me. Because it is on like a mother right now. Call me. More pictures, people, you go to hospital, do it for yourself. Make us start a silent protest. When I go to go burn no tire, block no road, use your phone, find call us. On behalf of my father, let's fight for others. My father's death must give life to millions of other Jamaicans. Don't let daddy death go in vain. My father's death must give life to others. I bet believe that my father loved me though. My father that loved me fight for everybody. That's my father. My father is not a selfish man. Trust me. My father that love me use what happened to him to fight for others so it would never happen to them. And that's my purpose going forward here. On behalf of my father. He was a good man. Any one of you would have loved my daddy if I met him. My father would have accepted any one of you guys I saw. You'd have loved my daddy. People, it's a Rasta man, anybody I love. Ask any local youth in my community. So anybody see the youth them rally around? The youth them love my father. He's a good man. And if you met my dad, you'd have loved him too. He even talk about my daddy all the time. So he may get them a chatting there from. And he make me chat so. And he may learn all them things from. Rasta upbringing. Be humble. Be kind to people. Don't show off. I say my nephew just buy a bimmer in Jamaica. My nephew just bought a bimmer. And my brother tell me today, say my nephew cry. My nephew cry because my nephew tried so much. My nephew said, and my father teach him to be humble and don't show off. My father, you know, teach my nephew to be humble. He didn't just buy a nice bimmer, you know. Said, don't show off, youth. My father, don't exalt upon people. People, that's why I'm humble, so. I can't show off on people. I don't like show off people. Me not like you if you show off. Me not like you if you treat people like a dog. Me not like you cannot be my friend. Me love people who calm. Anybody me point to and say, that person my brethren, you know, anybody me introduce you to and say, is my friend, that my brethren. People, they are humble people. Calm and manageable. Me not even show off people. Braggadocious. Me not in that lane people. People that think they can't just come in here and create an illusion that me rich and me better than Uno. People look at me. I'm a humble youth. That's what I said. You see when me dead? Me not gonna bury that so you know. Like me. My father red, gold and green. And my brother ready talking this man with my father Rasta. Red, gold and green for my father. My father what? Rasta. We are putting down the Rasta respect. Boy, yeah. Red, gold and green my father deal with. That me I put my father down with. My brother already talk. But you see, I like me. When me dead, me just want to be buried in a plywood box. Not take no extra money and spend for me. To show off to the community. Say I buried daddy or your family member, expensive. Me is a humble man on earth, spend the money on the living. Put me away in a t-shirt and shorts. Don't spend the money on an expensive jacket that is just waste of money on something that is going to go to the worm. Yes, master people. Yes, Jennifer.
Yes, walk one brother.
Yes, you are live.
You want this one good thing come on my phone.
I'm live, you know.
I want really have one.
I'm alive, you know that? I'm live tonight. I'm doing a live. All right, go ahead.
Oh, God Almighty.
Yeah.
I said, that means I said, I'm kill off the whole away down here, you know. And the people, them now looking at it and turn up together and fight this and sit here, you know.
Them not see it, man. Politics we now, man.
You not see nothing.
Politics we now, man.
You don't understand? Politics. I say, I can't believe when I say, I know for my friend Carlos that.
Yeah.
I say, me have to call. Remember they run coal.
Yeah, man. The difference is, these are things that happen every day. Sister, these are things that happen every day. The difference is, me have a page, me ball out. The people never have a page, me ball out. That's how the difference, you know. These things happen every day. Yesterday, today, tomorrow.
Every day. Jesus, my brother. Why? Jesus. Hello?
Yes, I'm here. Me there, man.
Mr. Jesus, Father of mercy. Me have my father up there too, you know. Me have one, but him not really sick, you know, but you know, of age. And me I tell you, say, I see him with the one you dead up on my way with the same belly ping and God. That's a wrong injection and wrong medicine. Them I give the people.
No, must that, man.
Then that them I do to the
my
people.
My father come back and say something in belly.
Wrong medicine.
My father Rasta, man, you know. So me have listen, sister say, my father must have known what I'm thinking. Me I tell my brother, my mother, me say, if daddy say sick, daddy sick. Come my father not sick. So my father tell me say, as a Rasta man, I tell me say, something wrong with his belly. He said something in my belly. He want to wash out and hospital come. My father knows they put something in him with a right, you know.
When I right.
My father says something in my belly.
Me say, look here. I saw me see them one you a ball female and go for you, you know. And the boy dead, you know. Tomorrow my bury, you know. Tomorrow. Nobody know they can stand up and the people them sit down like a damn fool. Eh? You can't go. They don't have no medicine for the people them. I pay wrong medicine them and push by the
people. Pay wrong medicine and go on to Jamaica. Oh, you forgot a doctor, you know. But number one, sister, then they must get wrong medicine if they don't have nothing to diagnose you. What they have the equipment out there to find out what's really wrong with you. I guess like them all-time mechanic. You know the all-time mechanic when the car broke down, then go then have the diagnostic machine, then go and try say, I must have either gas or electricity. So they must test this and test that and test this. And that's how you go nowadays.
I test them right now, you know. I bet you they're going to hear them say, him dead by dengue. But look and see. Do you own autopsy and make me tell you, brother, me dead back home now. Me say any day, me see the Jamaican people get up and start march. Me tap walk and go march with them, you know, march all the way from march, go up at the house. March if you go up there. But everybody say, me I go become him a good boy. I mean, I go become me a this, me a that. What kind of politics? Eh? Jesus have mercy. Me say everybody run court. And I say, wait. And I know for my friend Carlos' father.
Yeah, man.
This a man, them man are not sick. Them man
Strong
are not
man.
bad for no pay. Them man
No,
are a medical. Them man are know what to do for them body.
My father Rasta man, strong man. People say him like the pencil. My father straight so. The father fit.
But me I tell you say, I kill off your daddy. Then put things in him body. Let me show you, man. Do the autopsy or you see something. Find somebody who do it. Don't get no somebody with doctor here. Because them corrupted, you know. A whole heap of them corrupted, you know. I saw them kill off blacks, you know. A tomorrow blacks, one young boy, me I tell you about, you know. Ball female and go, you and a wrong sitting them and get the youth, you know. You boy a ball film belly, where you go draw blood and inject him. And you know, test, you know, run out the machine pan it. But you give medicine. It said, Lord Jesus.
Family.
Me know how you feel this morning. Jesus have mercy.
Can you imagine? It's right home, people. Right home. Not on my doorstep. Not right on my doorstep. In my house.
Right in your house.
My brother come right now. Me have to go, family. My brother come right now, yeah? Talk to you later.
All right, yes, man. I'm just keep the faith here, man. Call me if anything more, you know.
Thanks for the support.
Call me, man.
All
Right. For call me. I send something from my phone.
Respect. Yo. Brother. Hello? Hello? I signal bad. People, they go, they'll catch up with the family. You know them thing I go, we'll hold with the family and see the next step. I never know somebody that talk about burial with my brother, but bury my father. He wasn't that type of, it's not a time yet, people. My father's strong. You know, we are things that we have over plan now, people. Even for Christmas, we have over plan for the family, you know. And it was a time yet, people. No, my father is not that sick. My brother, I know. Wagwan, my brother. Yo. Wagwan. Yo, video. Wagwan, you know, so live me there. I do a video. Wagwan, I block about. Tell me Wagwan on the keyboard, you're live. Tell me Wagwan on the.
What you say?
Wagwan on the counter, you're live. I want video, I do live. Been live right now, I do a video.
Oh, we can't talk here.
All right. All right, look here. You know nobody see you. Talk to me.
Me get back to you.
Call me when we're done. Me call you back, okay? I'll call you back, my brother. All right.
Okay,
yeah. People never go. It is important that I talk to my family right now. And because I know somebody, everybody call me and tell me what I go on, and I have to figure out some stuff from my post or so we're going to move forward. You know the weight is on my shoulder right now. It's not something me that ever dream about, people. Thank you so much for the support. Thank you so much, my people, and my condolences goes out to so many of you. I see that in the comment section who tell me the similar stuff happened to your family member. Condolences going out to you people and RIPs. The same love you show me, I show the back. Condolences and RIPs, people. Today it happened to my father. We can speak about it loudly because we have a page. But yesterday it was someone else. They didn't have no page. They grieve in silence. Tomorrow is going to be somebody else. They don't have no page. They cannot get their voices out there. They're going to grieve in silence. Last week, last month, last year. Families grieve in silence. You guys hear this because we have a page and we can shed some light on this. And that's my plan going forward, people. And I'm going to try to get with Mr. Tufton. May I get to the top of the food chain. When I get to the bottom feeder, I'm going to need some answers from Mr. Tufton. I'm dead serious. Because this is what I must go so. And on behalf of everybody who lost their family prematurely in these hospitals, my father must not go in vain. Family, I'm live. I'm about to pack up. I'm live, you know. Talk to me. Hello?
Well, I really, what going on in this day with your father?
Yes, man. I will talk.
Huh?
Father, jump out.
Yep. Boy, I'm sorry for you still, brother. But brother, you see out of Jamaica, you know. Over 5 years now, near 5 years now. What the brother this one call you know, so I'm not even to talk to you about that, you know.
But I tell you, I'm here 5 years now since me sick from me. I got a doctor the same kind of medicine. They might give me up till now. So
What's your sickness? What's your sickness?
I have to go talk to you half a year already.
Okay. Are you paralyzed?
No, man, I can't move around, but I have to grow on with a stick, you know.
And I see medicine, you're not getting better. Over how many years?
I'm near 5 years now. Near 5 years now. So I'm really sorry for you, Wagwan, brother. But some of the time, boy, if you can't do what you can do for yourself, why you more better, brother? Because the medicine, what they give, what they have, they give, you know. Say doctor, they know what they have there. Or they send them go buy some dear medication and the medication, and nah, hello, brother. Because none of them, they don't know what they do. I'm sorry if you say that still, but when they really check out, I really the facts, you know. None of them, don't know what they do. They just write as a go in them right here. Private doctor to a 1 and 2 good doctor out here. Private doctor. But the one of them at the clinic and hospital. Them brother, you know. A whole heap of little training around here when you're in a hospital, brother. So you kinda stay away. I'm really sorry for you, Wagwan, because when they lose a stalwart in the family.
Yeah,
now, so the siblings, them are nothing still, you know, but when I lose like mother and father, the foundation, you know.
Yeah, man.
A great loss that, because what them know, the younger one, they don't know still. I don't say, boy, anybody go anytime still, you know, but right, you know, brother, we have to just pray for one another.
I say I love my father,
So,
and, you know, I love him bad. When I do my new music, I say my music, them gonna give me father. I say, Daddy, listen to that song, I just do that song. Yeah. Because my father a musician, and 3 songs my father do that. People play my song, I play my father's song for you guys before. My father do music. So
I'm analyze them for you.
Yes, man, I'm my father, man. All the videos them I do, yeah, so that's why me no cuss for my video them and stuff. Because my mother and my father watch them sometimes and say, me, your father sleep last night, you know, last night I watch a video, them call me, you know. You understand me? So it's just people never celebrate my father's life. He was a good man. We're gonna celebrate that. And watch him shake off by we. We learn a lot from my father. I make me be the man who I am today. My brother, me have to go. Come here, call my brother in Jamaica.
All right, so about a week and a half from now, me buzz you back here.
Okay, my brother, I appreciate that.
You know we all talk to do?
Yes, most definitely.
Yeah, Bridget, when I fi show you a certain thing, you know?
Yes, me understand, my brother.
Yeah, so me I'll give you some, about 2 weeks time I will call you back.
I appreciate the length of time because as you can see what I'm going on now, the weight is on my shoulder.
Maybe even all 3 weeks too. Boy, there is time when you have to get back up the strength and things. So you strong, you have to encourage the rest, you know? And stay strong, you know?
Most definitely.
A great loss that. So you take care and do your best. Do what you do, see you here.
Thank you, my brother. Bless yourself here. And you stay strong too, you know?
Good.
And hold on, do what you got to do, you know? Here?
Yeah, man. All right, sir.
Yes, my brother, I respect.
So in night time, you know?
Thank you so much.
All right.
People, let me tell you something now. You like say most of we better off take care of family member at home. Believe me wish my mother never came my father to the hospital. Find something in your yard to stop the diarrhea and the vomiting. Because that's all that go on my father, nothing else. Just stop that. Maybe it's a virus or some bug. Me don't know people. To me, I think it's some bug, some type of virus or bug. Something that's called my father for vomit and have diarrhea. So I so wish my daddy never go to the hospital to go lay down. The Rasta man have never been to a doctor in his life. Go lay down in the hospital. My father believe not dead in the people. The Rasta man believe not dead. They can't bring the dead to my father. So life me believe in a call. Life me believe in a God dead man. That's the type of man me I talk about. Strong like our. And the one time we go carry the Rasta man go to Babylon hospital. And so me feel people. Me feel bad about it, you know. Carry my father go to hospital and left him down there. Babylon hospital. Devour him. It's not like my father never take sick before. But I pay a woman remedy. And yeah, the man get fixed up back. And the first time my father, because I have vomiting and diarrhea, and you know, mama get frightened and what have you. You know, I'm there, I say, mama, that's one regret, people. One regret. She have never taken my father to the hospital. They go give him drip, I don't know what the hell they put in on my father. Do you hear me? This man, the daddy says, something in my belly. Say, Carl, something in my belly, man. Something in it. So my father was never sick. So I tell mama, come in on my father. I say, mama, once daddy says sick, can something go on. Something go on, come my father in the ball for that. I say, mama, doctor, private doctor. There's a private doctor about 3 miles. I say, mama, take him to the private doctor that is so close. By the time I get another call, it's from a lady who come through and take care of them. So my father fell down in the bathroom and is unresponsive. I said, let me talk to daddy, man. No, him not talk. Let me talk to daddy, come over hear him. People, I said, daddy, a stroke, daddy, I get power here. A stroke. Now, by my brother reach up there. I'll be a hand and four flasher. They might tell me, say, my father hand cold in the car. My dad hand was cold, not responding. Nothing out of my dad. The last thing we talked to my father this morning, I said, Carl, something in my belly, man, something in my belly. And I tell my myself to give him Epsom salt. My mama said, we cannot give him Epsom salt because I went to the hospital for vomiting and diarrhea. Would destroy you if you give Epsom salt. But my father was adamant, said something in my belly. Maybe we should have given the Rastaman a wash out to rat it. Me don't know. The Rastaman know what do you know? The Rastaman said something in my belly. And the hospital in the hospital food and people. He was taken care of very well. Come my nephew, family gonna make sure that in the name hospital food, we're not gonna make that happen to him. Rest on the name hospital food. It was well taken care of down there. But something go wrong, people. Something went wrong somewhere. My father said he feel like something in my belly. The last conversation I had with daddy this man, you know. This man, you know. This man, he have a conversation with daddy, you know. The hospital for 2 days and we hook him up on drip. What kind of drip? He was in some expired old city where come from some other place where Jamaica beg and get. Everybody have to give them koro. Nobody give a damn more life, boy. But me believe my father that now going blame people. I love you. Maybe this will shed light on others, people. Your family member who died and called for. The one who died yesterday, last week, last month, last year, tomorrow, today. It happened every day, people, to families throughout Jamaica. The difference is, not many people have a page like this can make noise, loud noise. All right, guys, thank you so much. Thank you, guys. I'm going to call my family, I'm going to call my brother, I'm going to call my mother. Because my mother out of it, I'm going to bother her brain, you know. Because my mother not normal again, you know. My mother not good again, you know, people. Me say my mother not good again. My mother, my father saw. Me don't know no other mother, me don't know no other father, people. One mama and daddy me know. Then they from me born come see my mother and my father together. Me born come see my mother and my father together. They don't make relationship like that anymore. So you think me missing my father, no more about my mother? Can normal when you have couple like that and one dead, the next one gone quick. I hope that's not the problem, the situation here. So as for right now, moving forward, I take the best care of mama. Best care possible, because one parent me have left. Remember me telling you, there's a lot of cases in the people. We worry about this, that mama go quick, because she don't worry about my father. There's no doubt she love the man. Me say them in love. They are deeply in love. My mother and my father are deeply in love. They are deeply in love, people. I never seen nobody like them. Me say all the time, say, you can't go through mama without you go through daddy. You can't go through mama without you go through daddy. You can't call mama and tell her something like you go behind daddy back. You can't call daddy and tell him something like you go behind mama back. Them are the same. I'm going to answer private call, you know. Hello? Hello? Who is this man? You where this brother calling from, people? Where you calling from, brother? Hello?
This is Melvin, and I'm calling you from the Wells Fargo Security Department. How are you doing today?
What happened at the Wells Fargo Security Department? What's wrong? Scammer, you know. Talk to me. You think Uncle Jamaican people are scam? Talk to me. What's happened, brother? Wells Fargo.
Are you talking to me?
Brother, you have the wrong number, you have the wrong person. I don't go for scams. You have a nice day, okay? It's not a good day today.
Hang on.
Anyway, people, Jamaicans are not the only ones scamming you and telling you that you win sweepstake. There's a scammers all over the world. There's a scammer right here. You hear them every now and then they call you. Anyway, people, thank you so much, people, for the support. I love you. I'm gone. Thank you so much, guys, for tuning in. I love you. I'm gone, YouTube. Thank you so much. Respect for the support, guys. Thank you so much for the support. I don't even know how it means to me in a time like this. You never know when people, when you used to see people say RIP and condolences, me used to do that. Me never know, say, people have to do it to me one day. Never know, say, I never know how them things make you feel. It make me feel good, people. It make me feel loved. It make me feel like you guys embrace me. It let me feel like you guys give me a big hug. It like all you guys put a big arm around me and give me an embrace. Me not take them as sitting lightly, people. Me only used to send out these things because I never know what me do. Somebody say, somebody died for them. I say, condolences, my deepest condolences, RIP. Me always do that, people. But me never know, say, people be saying that to me now. I know we can know how you feel about that. Thank you, guys. Thank you. From the bottom of my heart. Peace.